What's up, guys? On this episode of Mike and Ryan, we are playing Blaster Master Zero on the Nintendo Switch.
Let me tell you guys something. Blaster Master originally came out on the NES.
The NES!
And so this is an update. What is this?
It's like a remake. I guess that's the best way to say it.
Okay.
So
it's a remake, but different?
It's different. So when you look at the Blaster Master series, everybody always talks about the NES game.
There was one on Game Boy, wasn't there?
There's probably multiple on Game Boy, but there was at least one on Game Boy, and there's at least one on PlayStation 1. And I actually picked it up. I actually own that game. I've never played it, but I picked it up on PlayStation 1 as a budget title. Like, it was like in the Toys R Us like bargain bin.
Okay.
And
this is version 1.1. Is there a other version? Like, why does that say version on there?
Because I don't know. I guess video games even on consoles have different versions, especially today.
So does that mean there's gonna be a 1.2 at some point? Like,
I hope so. So this is taken directly out of the NES game.
Except it looks better.
Yeah, it does. Like, the NES couldn't do the color depth.
So James and I did an episode, James and Mike Monday, where we played Blaster Master. And Blaster Master is a tough game. And it's very, I find it to be, a little bit tedious maybe. It's a difficult game, but it's a classic. So this game apparently fixes some of the issues, I guess, that the NES game had.
Yeah, I definitely think it does. And here's the first indication that issues were fixed. It's going to start right here when I get to the next room. Hold on. Here's this. See that down there?
Yeah.
That is a save point. And that's something that the original game didn't have. And
right.
You know what a bitch it was when you died.
Oh yeah.
In the original game. In the original game, Jason running around was like basically useless.
Right.
Now you still take falling damage, like he can't fall very far. But these scenes right here, this is tremendously easier than how it was in the NES game. So you can hold down the trigger to lock your shooting
that's cool.
direction. And they made the grenades a little bit more like Zelda.
And you can blow up the rock.
Like you could do like that and get into here. You unlock like different weapons, but if you get hit, those weapons go away.
What do you think about cracks in the wall to indicate where you should bomb, as opposed to not having cracks and just having to figure out where to bomb?
I really like the cracks in the wall. I think that's a much better way to do things. I think there needs to be some indication. I feel the same way about cracks in the wall as I do about
cracks in your ass.
No, as I do about like when there's secrets, like the tornado secret in Simon's Quest. Like, where you have to talk to everybody in the town, and it's just like this like totally obtuse thing.
So
I think the cracks need to be there. That's what I'm saying.
So in the original Zelda, though, you didn't have the cracks, and you would place a bomb, and you could still find. That game was designed in a way that you could still find the places to bomb anyway,
because there were less. There was less. See how I took falling damage there?
Yeah.
I just wanted you to see that. The thing was, there was less things to worry about. There wasn't that many walls.
Right. Where you could kind of tell where a place would be, regardless of having a crack or not.
Right. Because especially if you looked at the map, you're like, maybe that's an area that I should be looking into.
And I kind of liked that because it was exciting that you figured that out on your own, as opposed to the game telling you that there was a crack.
If it feels random, if it feels like you have to like just be constantly humping every wall and trying to find the things. That's
my favorite part of video games in general is humping walls.
I'm glad. Good for you.
Yeah. So I like games where you hump walls.
No, because I mean there was a lot of games, and this was more of a problem in the PlayStation era. I think things have gotten better.
Yeah.
Where it's like,
what was on the PlayStation era that was a problem?
Like in the PlayStation era, like you had to go through like dozens of rooms, and there'd be a secret or collectible. So you're like pressing A against every wall looking for a secret, and you don't want to be
that.
You don't want to be doing this.
Right.
Like when I'm playing the game, and that was one of my biggest problems with like the Metroid Prime series was you had to take a scan of every enemy. So instead of fighting the enemy, having fun, going through the level, I'm constantly scanning.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I want to avoid that. Anything that's tedious is the opposite of fun.
I guess it depends on the game, because if the levels are designed in a way that it's not tedious, bombing walls, then it's okay.
Right.
But yeah, it just depends on the game, I guess.
Like Zelda's a masterpiece. There's a lot of games like there's games for the NES where like you have a certain number of hammers.
Yeah.
And you can only smash the walls if you have the hammers.
Mario 3.
Yeah, but there's like not that many walls in that. I mean more like, what is it, like Solomon's Key or something like that? I forget the game. There's a game where like, oh, I can only smash so many things and it's all just a crapshoot and it's bad.
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying.
Yeah. So I'm trying to avoid.
So the graphics on these sections look a lot different. Like, the character looks better. They updated the graphics is where I'm going.
The antennas are way more prominent and stuff on his helmet.
He has a very prominent helmet.
Yeah. Whereas before, he looked more like Bomberman. Yeah, in the original. The D-pad on this controller is freaking tremendous, though.
It's good.
I really like it. And look...
Oh, yeah, I didn't have a problem with... I've been talking a lot lately about D-pads and buttons because I played through Shovel Knight, and I played through DuckTales Remastered and stuff, and I was playing with a Xbox 360 controller, and the original D-pad on the original Xbox 360 has a very glassy D-pad, and I don't really like it because your finger slips off of it. But so I tried out some different controllers, and I tried the Hori Xbox controller, and I tried the Xbox One Elite controller, and they have much better D-pads because it's not glassy and like stuck together.
When I use the Wii U, I don't use the Wii U Classic controller. I have like the black Hori Wii U controller, and I really like that one.
That's probably similar to what I have for the 360 or for the.
And you know what's interesting?
PC.
You know the Wii U Classic controller doesn't have the Xbox style control like this does.
Yeah.
It has the two analogs here, and like that.
Do you like the Wii U Pro controller better than the actual like Joy-Con controller?
No. Is that weird?
Yeah, I didn't expect you to say that.
Really? You could. Let me rephrase that. For this game, yes. For Zelda, I like the Joy-Con controller better, because in Zelda, they use these buttons like an N64 C stick. You know, like if you're like, oh, I'm gonna hit this button and change to like the magnetic thing or something. It's way different than like in this game. It's movement. Okay. Yeah. Other things. Look at the frames of animation. There's rotation animations. Like there's intermediate, like Super Metroid style animation that the original game obviously doesn't have because it's for NES. So how far did you play in this game prior to?
We made it about halfway through. We made it to like a water level. I know you're on a water level now, but I don't know where. How different is the layout of the game compared to the original?
I think it's completely different. Like you don't get hover until level 4 or. Yeah, I just want to mention I've played like much further in this game than we are right now.
Okay. Did you start from the beginning?
Yes.
Okay. So, can you tell me about the story of Blaster Master? Like, do you know what is it about?
All right, so I may butcher this, but this is like just what I remembered. So, Jason is a boy who found Sophia, which is the truck, and he lost his pet frog, and he's looking for his pet frog, and he finds this like crazy world. But I think this game is more like the Japanese story. So that's not the story of this game. Okay. This game is, I think he's looking for his friend. He may still be looking for his pet frog, but it's like a dystopian future, and there's more to it. Right. I guess is what I'm saying.
Did they dumb it down for the American audience when they brought it over?
Yeah, you know, which is common in like the early NES games. Yeah, I need to go D-pad because I took unnecessary damage.
So why of all NES games for Switch did they decide to bring Blaster Master back? I mean, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. It's great, but why Blaster Master? I wonder. And why is Bomberman back? Why is Blaster Master back?
I think Nintendo thinks that this is a return to the heart. Oh, okay, so the answer was Inti Creates was working on this game long before the Switch. This was supposed to be and it is also a 3DS game.
So they were already making it, so they just
They were already making it, so it came to this. And I think the reason why is because they had a proprietary engine that was suitable. Like, this is the best gun in the game now. It's like fuck these guys.
It's something that they knew could work on the system.
Yeah, they knew it could work on the system, and I think it was really smart because they were, one of the first people out. But I definitely think that, Nintendo is trying to evoke the NES a little bit. Like, if you look at the original announcement of the Switch, they were like, Nintendo is a progression that started with the NES and goes all the way to the Switch.
I mean, they certainly haven't forgotten. Look at their flagship game for the Switch, Zelda. I mean, there's so many throwbacks in the game to the original, which I think is great. But it's just really surprising that we are sitting here right now playing the Nintendo Switch, and this is what we're playing.
Well, what else would you play?
No, but you know what I'm saying? Like, this is the game, like,
Yeah, like, in my opinion, this is one of the flagship titles on this new console. Right?
Which I think it's great, but at the same time, it's a little worrisome because, like, we're playing, like, an 8-bit style Blaster Master, and I like it, but it's, like, kind of like...
Well, I mean, Nintendo wants to show that it's not just kids' games, right? They want to show that they care about the past and...
Right.
I mean, honestly, I think this game is more of a commentary on the fact... I like that Mother Brain, that's the boss's name. We're just gonna fuck this guy up.
And it's fucking called Mother Brain.
Yeah. Yeah, like, look, I have the best gun in the game. Deal.
So this is essentially 2D Metroid we were all looking for.
There you go. We got the rumble going on. My $80 controller. Oh, upgraded Hyper Shot, yeah. Blaster Master was always a Metroidvania, but one of the things they definitely improved in this version was the pickups that you get, the weapons. Like, hover now takes your special gauge instead of having to find the hover fuel. Do you remember that?
Those are Metroids right there.
Yeah. Actually, I think it's kind of cruel to call Blaster Master a Metroidvania because it came before the open world Castlevanias.
Would you say it's more of a Zeldavania?
That's interesting.
Just making things up.
Yeah, we're gonna make up whatever we want now. Yeah. The other thing that's really interesting is, like, the map. Basically, once you get the map, it kind of tells you where you're supposed to go in the zone.
Oh, okay. So one of the big problems with the game was like where to go next.
Right.
And that was a problem with the original game. And when I played the game with James, there was a lot of, like, we were actually writing a map on a piece of paper to try to figure out where to go. I'm sitting there trying to draw a map, and then I look up and he's in a different spot. So now I'm like, oh shit, like, where did he go? And then the map goes off the side of the page. It's just like a disaster. Really, you needed a map in the game, so this has that. So there, I agree with you. You're right in that the game is vastly improved by having a map.
Save points aren't important to you. And the other game has lives, right? Like, it has a hard cap. Like, you can run out of lives.
What I'm trying to say, though, is, like, yes, there's a map. Yes, there's save points. They did a lot of things to correct it. Yes, the game looks better.
It's still Blaster Master.
It's still, like, Blaster Master, That's all I'm saying. So tell me about the meters in the upper left. Like, what's all that?
So the one on the left is my life, and the one on the right is my gun. And my gun is charged all the way. But you'll see if I get hit, because I don't have the power guard, if I get hit, I'll lose meter and my gun will get weaker.
And what's like the 10? Those, like,
that's
bombs?
how many grenades I have.
And what's the thing next to it? That little, like, spiral?
That's the gun that I have now. I'm using the wave beam.
Okay. So it is Metroidvania.
Yeah, right? Like,
wave
literally.
Beam.
Wave beam. But see, you just fuck these guys up, like.
So once the pink goes away, you gotta, like, go quick?
Yeah.
Or does it stay away?
No, it doesn't. I have to be standing here, or I'll take damage. Yeah. See, and where they're facing is the way they're gonna shoot.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Maybe on they're on diagonal.
It's great that you could shoot as fast as you could tap, that creates some opportunities for different things.
For fucking that guy up.
Yeah, like, ah!
It sounds like the noise that green thing would make. Crabula.
Oh. Got him.
Yeah, it seems like the boss isn't really too difficult.
So this game has gotten some criticism that it's a little too easy.
Mm-hmm. Because the first Blaster Master is not.
The first Blaster Master is hard as fuck.
It is.
Yeah. So now I have, well, what has been one of my favorite abilities. Oh, I gotta turn it on.
I would imagine that would be criticism, because people that do like the original Blaster Master are gonna be people that like a challenge, because that's what that fucking game is. If you like that game, you like a challenge. You know?
Yeah.
So if this game is easier, people might not like that, if you're fans of the original.
See, the laser goes through walls. Yeah, I would agree completely. I think that that's probably what it is. Fans of the original had to memorize a bunch of stuff. They had to get really into it. Mm-hmm. And now they're like, oh, well...
I can beat it in an afternoon.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Yeah. So I think that item there is absolutely critical. That's the energy guard. And if you look here, see how it says energy guard?
Yeah.
The first time I get hit, I will not lose gun level.
Okay.
And then it comes back after an amount of time.
Oh, the energy guard does?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
So see how there's a pink guard around my energy?
Yeah.
That's what that's for, and I think that that's a really great power-up to have, and it would suck to miss it.
It's like a guard for your gun.
Yeah, so you...
Not your energy.
Well, your gun, the pink energy.
The energy of your gun.
Yeah. So you want the enemy to either be right in front of you, or look, see where the gun converges, like on the pink over there? Like if you hit them there, they're getting hit with every pellet.
You know what game needs a remake that's also probably a little too hard, but it's a great game from the same era? Guardian Legend.
I would agree, yeah.
I love Guardian Legend, but it's a fucking hard game.
Yeah, it is a hard game, and that's another game that requires intense memorization, like where it's like where you go in the... Yeah.
That could stand an update just like this.
That'd be awesome. I'd do that in a second. Why aren't they doing that?
They can take. You can take my idea. Yeah. Go ahead. Why are all the bosses called Crabula? Like every boss.
No, that was Crabula. This is Crabula.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Could get it right. Get it right.
Crabulus. What's the next fucking boss gonna be?
Crabatula?
Crabatula?
I don't know. I don't fucking know. I just kill bosses, man.
Every boss is just a variation of some
You have crabs. So we got the crusher shot now. And we found this anime girl. Hey, anime girl.
Hi, I have cool hair. I have cool hair too.
Yo.
Well, that's all we've got to say to each other. What are those two purple things like on our chest? Are those supposed to be?
Girls have.
Boys have penis. Girls have a vagina.
Boom.
Oh, I see. I thought you were hitting the red buttons. Those are just lights.
No, I'm not hitting the red buttons at all.
You're driving on that
platform. The platform like that.
Okay, so never mind.
It reminds me of like Autobot City. And those enemies there remind me of the fruit fuckers from Penny Arcade.
So what we're trying to do here is
fruit fucker
is capture a frog.
No, we're saving a frog from the people who captured him, I think, or it ends up being a boy. I forget.
So this kid just wants his frog back.
Yeah, it seems like a lot, doesn't it?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a lot to do just to get a frog. Can't we just go to the pet store or something to get him a frog?
That's what I would do. Like,
this is way too involved.
If I was his dad or something.
If I had to just do this, if I had to drive my car and then jump my car over a fucking thing just to see a frog, I'd be like, fuck that frog. Like, this kid inside this suit must be in love with the frog, completely. Wow, he's a badass looking boss, I will say.
I like him a lot.
Is this your favorite game for the Switch?
So far, I like Zelda better, but only marginally so. I think that this is probably the second best game on the Switch right now, other than Zelda. which is really freaking high praise, by the way.
Right, it really is. Did you do any labyrinths in Zelda yet?
Yeah, I did. I did the one in the desert.
You know I didn't mean the dungeon, right?
No, I know what you mean.
Okay.
Yeah, like I got the Berserker armor.
Okay.
Did you get the Berserker armor?
I did the other. There's a dungeon, there's a labyrinth in the north that I did. That's cool, though.
North. So yeah, I didn't get hit.
And that wasn't a crab boss
It
either.
wasn't a crab either. It's the dudes from Omega Virus.
Not Forbidden Planet.
Oh.
That's too old of a
Yeah.
reference.
That was like a show.
That's a James reference, I think.
Yeah. Is there a Forbidden Island or Pleasure Island or something where there's like this little dude that's on there that's...
Oh, there's a Pleasure Island with a little dude, let me tell you. I know all about it.
No, what the hell's his name? It has nothing to do with Forbidden Planet.
I don't know what you're talking about.
There's like, they run a hotel on an island, and there's like...
I think that was a dream you had.
No, for real! There's a television show that they...
You mean, Lost in Space?
No, it's not sci-fi.
Oh.
Are you fucking with me now? I can't...
No, I really don't.
Okay, so there is a show. It's about these people who live on this magical island that has a hotel on it. It's a television...
Fantasy Island.
Yes! A fantasy island.
The plane!
Yeah, that guy.
With Khan.
Yes.
Khan!
Yeah, Ricardo Montalban is... Yeah, exactly. I don't know why I was thinking that, but that's the thing that exists in this world, that when I think of old television shows, that's what comes to mind.
Okay, so I know you're not as big on the original series as me, but which Khan do you prefer?
Come on. Oh, clearly it's Benedict Cumberbatch. He's clearly the best. No.
I wanted to know if you were that much of an asshole that you would like fucking Benedict Cumberbatch.
No, come on. Like that movie to me is just like...
So my girlfriend has never seen anything Star Trek, but we went to Washington, D.C., where they had the Star Trek Enterprise, and they were showing Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan. So she had never seen Star Trek before. We sat in the IMAX theater, and we saw Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan. She thought it was awesome. And she's never seen Star Trek before. And that's all she's ever seen of Star Trek. So I think that movie is a good place to start somebody on Star Trek.
Oh yeah, check this out.
Oh
Boom.
my god.
That's cool.
So that's like the slime?
No, it's water.
I know it's water, but it's like
the slime, the pink slime, yeah.
It's like it gives you a couple seconds to make it to the next platform.
It's literally the same thing, except the water doesn't kill you. But what's interesting is in this game, it uses the HD rumble to determine...
Oh, and that's the guy from Fantasy Island.
That's good.
The plane!
You ever have to, like, you're, like, moving something, you need, like, a truck, and you end up going over to somebody's house, and, like, their parents are there, and, like, they're sitting and they're watching TV, and you're like, I just want to get the truck and get out of here, man. Like, I don't want to sit and, like...
Where's all this coming from?
No, but the point I'm making is one time, we needed to, like, rent a truck.
Okay.
And we go over the...
All of a sudden, Ryan's like, man, you ever take a truck to your parents' friend's house and, like, you have to tell them to stop watching their fucking TV?
No, but listen, you're there and you're like, you gotta be polite, so you gotta talk to them.
Okay.
And like,
you have business and you don't want to have to stop and, like, bullshit with, like, trivial bullshit?
But, like, they're, like, giving you a truck, so you can't be, like,
you can't be an asshole. You better hurry.
Yeah, you know.
The water's coming.
Yeah, so you can't be a dick, so you go there and they're like watching Fantasy Island. That's what I'm saying. You know?
That's the show?
Yeah, and that was...
Why aren't they watching Hawaii Five-0?
Right, well they're watching something, but it's always like...
That kind of stuff. It's a show from the 60s.
They're watching like TV Land. It's like...
They're watching Bewitched.
Could you just...
And you're like, give me the keys to the car.
I gotta go. I gotta drive to fucking Boston, okay? Like... I don't have time.
I gotta go to fucking Boston. Give me the keys to the fucking car and turn off Fantasy Island, for God's sake.
Exactly, and that's what I go through.
Like, I love Ricardo Montalban too, but can you turn off the TV, for God's sakes? I'm going to Boston.
Right. Exactly. And that's how you feel. But you can't be that guy. You can't be the I'm going to the Boston fuck Ricardo Montalban guy, because that is not healthy.
That's not what gets you the keys. You will get the keys much slower if you do that.
Right.
In fact, you may not get the keys at all.
You may not. They may be like, yeah, well, fuck you. Ricardo Montalban's my boy, so deal with that, bitch.
Ricardo Montalban sucked my dick.
That's how I met my wife. Me and Ricardo Montalban were on the set of Fantasy Island.
Flippers coming out of walls. What are these fucking things?
This is
sushi? It is a
There's
sushi
just
box.
more and more and more. Oh shit, dude, we should get sushi. Anyway, here's this. Here's these guys. This boss, it just gets worse and worse.
This is the boss?
It's like the zombie fish apocalypse. Watch.
Where's the name? This isn't the boss. There's no name.
It is the boss.
It is?
Yeah. It's called Lunch in Japan. That's the boss. Watch, they keep coming. Oh shit! Yeah.
This goes on forever, huh?
Yeah.
Oh no, wait, something's
There you
happening. That was the boss?
We're going maximum now.
Oh shit.
Hold on.
Looks the same. Oh, there we go.
Boom!
That's better.
Yeah.
What do you think about games where you have to find the save spot?
You know what I hated?
Like Final Fantasy?
When I was a kid, and I'm like, I play the game for like 2 hours, and I gotta get a save point, and my mom just comes in the fucking room and just turns off the system. Oh, time for bed. That was like my whole life when I was a kid.
Me too.
Yeah. And now I have a wife who did. No, I'm kidding. She's like really good, but
I don't know why it was such a problem, but they thought like it was a big deal with the power on the system. It was like, oh, like you gotta save energy because like electric bills or whatever. So you're sitting there all fucking day long.
Yeah.
Fucking hours and hours and hours playing this fucking game. Then your parents or like sibling or something gets into their head. Oh, well, Ryan's in there taking up all the power. How much power does a fucking NES take up? Not that much.
Not much.
You're not gonna go broke because your fucking 8-year-old had his fucking Nintendo on for 2 extra minutes,
right,
so he can get to the fucking save spot. Are we really like? Is the world gonna burn because you didn't get to like turn the fucking system off?
Yeah, why are you accelerating the heat death of the universe? Could you please stop?
Yeah, it's like, God forbid you gotta get to the save point.
Yeah, but I mean, like that was the thing. Oh, and my parents were obsessed with, oh, unplug the NES. The transformer gets hot. You're gonna burn the house down.
Oh.
It's like, really?
I don't worry about that shit.
You leave all your shit plugged in. You don't care.
I have all my shit plugged in, but I will say this: people make those comments like, "Oh, it's a fire hazard, whatever." I don't have them all on at the same time. I turn one system on at a time.
Yeah.
Do you think it's bad to have them all plugged in like that, even though they're not on?
I mean, there's definitely issues related to that. Look, here we go.
You're like, yeah, you're gonna burn.
Your whole house is fucked, dude. Just give up.
Look at the fucking frowny faces on the side of the...
That's what I said on my stream. Holy shit. I'm like,
yeah,
man, they're the saddest
cargo crates.
I was like, those are the saddest cargo crates I've ever seen. Yeah.
I feel so bad for those cargo crates. Like, why are they so sad? Because they're cargo crates? I guess that's a pretty sad existence.
Yeah.
Imagine if you were a cargo crate. You would be sad.
That's not good. Yeah.
Like, that sucks. If you could be any inanimate object...
Don't get me started.
Oh shit, maybe I better not go there.
Don't go there. What would you be? I know what a lot of people say.
Ryan's like a fucking dildo.
Oh!
See, I wasn't originally, when I said that, I wasn't originally going for something to be dirty, but then after I said it, I realized it would just so easily be perverse into something dirty.
You wanted me to be like, I would like to be an acorn because I love nature, right?
Well, not,
like that's what you,
not quite like
that's
that.
what you want. It's like, boy, I really wish I was like a warm summer wind because it brings back memories of my childhood.
Fuck you, alright?
Like...
No, you can just be a dirty fucking dildo that somebody shoved up their ass, alright?
Oh, whoa. Whoa. How about that? It's like, I really wish that I was the Declaration of Independence.
There you
because
go.
then I would be a symbol for freedom everywhere.
Yeah.
Like...
See, that's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
Why do you have to make everything a fucking...
I didn't! I'm the one who's bringing it back!
See? Good.
That's good, see?
See, he's the Declaration of Independence.
That's what I'm saying. That's what
You're a regular Thomas Edison over there.
Yeah. Thomas Edison? What?
You're or one of those motherfucking assholes that died.
They're all dead. What's it matter?
They're all fucking not alive. What do I care?
What's it matter? You know, why do I care about the save? So, Blaster Master!
Final thoughts on Blaster Master. I will say, the original game for NES, I thought it was a little bit tedious. It's a good game, but it's probably a little too hard, a little too tedious. This fixes a lot of the issues. I think it's pretty funny that here we are in 2017, we're playing fucking Blaster Master, you know, but it's nice that they did that, you know. It shows you that Nintendo cares about gamers that are our age and like, you know, retro style games. I think it's great that they released this. I want them to do Guardian Legend. I hope somebody does that.
I think Blaster Master Zero is an excellent game. It's the kind of game that I want to play. It shows that indie has a place on major platforms and retro has a place on major platforms. It makes me really hopeful about the Switch. Blaster Master Zero, game made by Inti Creates, uses a proprietary engine. It was nearly a launch title on the system. I'm super excited about this game, and I'd be super excited about any games that followed. And it gives us a glimmer of hope that given the right licensing, we may see a remake of Batman.
That would be fucking
Which
awesome.
would be amazing. But yeah, I am super high on Blaster Master Zero. I think it's great. So this isn't a sponsorship, but I was really happy when PowerA sent over their Everywhere Messenger bag. When the Switch came out, I had so much trouble finding a case for mine. And it's really two problems, because on the one hand, you're trying to find a place for the Switch console itself when you're on the go, and on the other hand, you're trying to find room for the dock and all your accessories. And I really like this one because it has both the big messenger bag case, but then it also has a little sleeve for you to put the Switch itself in. So it's pretty much everything I was looking for.